Very good evening to all. So let's start with a submodule specific called as receipts. Receipts is a very important screen, and this is a detail which we capture for capturing the receipt entries for the amount which is received from the customer. So you have an information like the receipt number, which is auto generated, the receipt date, the accounting date, the which date you have made the entry. You have the project name, the company name, the member code. The member code is generated from the customer details as the customer has booked it, and once the customer has booked the booking is done, so that receipt entry is captured here, and the system is automatically generating the customer code, the member name, the unit number is showing, and there is a total amount of the cost for that project. That information is given, and it is also giving you what is a floors in words, and the most of the payments you do have an option to select the different types of payments based on pay or the RTGS, check, NEFT aspect. Plus you have an instrument number and check number detail, bank details, branch details. If the customer as I told you in the unit allocation screen, there the customer has say that he's paying the TDS. So if the project is more than, if the specific unit is more than 50 lakhs and above, so he has to book a TDS entry where he has to go to the bank and update, means make an 1% aspect of the TDS which he has to capture. He has to mention the SIN number, he has to mention the BSN number, a challan date, and a TDS ledger account which we have to ledger it against the entry. So here this screen captures most of the major informations also. If there is multiple check or instruments to be tagged, you have an option to set up multiple checks. Then you do also have an option of FIFO or manual. What is FIFO and manual? Let me come to your picture. So most of your projects are schedule based. So when it's schedule based, basically you will go in, first out. Basically, initially I will take your booking amount. A booking amount is already taken the initial level. Then you do have the aspect of, well before the agreement, you have the aspect of specifically saying that this amount, 10% of the amount or the 20% of the amount has to be taken care. Then followed by that, you have an aspect of your other slab wise payments to be taken case. So where you see this specifically as a booking, at the time of you have a booking, you have within 30 days, 60 days. At the time of possession, you are capturing. So basically there's a broken down amount which you can capture into the ERP system. So basically this is a complete information where it has a specific amount. If there is a GST aspects, you can tag the GST aspects. Then you can capture the tax codes, HSN codes. Then you can capture the principal, due amount, construction cost. If there is an excess amount given by the client, that also system captures the information. And as I told you that where we have initially connected with the project financial approvals, basically that means there are banks which is connected to your projects, and the customers who are specifically connected to the mortgage aspect, what happens is that there is a provision. They will when system is generating a demand letter in the system for the installment letters or multi installment letters, system generates one copy to the customer, another copy to the aspect of the to the bank, because they have received an NOC from the bank. That information, when we are capturing the information, when we are capturing a receipt entry for the customer who are taking as a mortgage from the bank, where we have a provision to capture how much amount is released from the mortgage from the bank, that is mentioned from the bank aspect. Okay. Apart from that, you have other parameters like your bookings, your receipts, what is the receipts, previous receipts which is completed. Then you have the member history information. Then there is a summary aspect, how much is GST and how much is installment paid and received, balance, dues and everything. Plus you have your interest details. Then you also know who are your joint members. Joint members is basically when you have booked the unit, there is a possibility you also have your spouse, or it can be their parents, or it can be the next of the kin who are the joint members, which is collected to that unit aspect. Once there is a different stages of approval. Once you do as a finance approval, this will be the final output which will be posting to the financial system. Okay.